In the meantime, let's talk a little bit about what's going on coast to coast. And without a doubt, crime is going to be one of the topics of great interest, particularly when you look at the fact, why are so many stores closing these days? Maybe it's the fact that there has been so much retail loss. According to the National Federation of Retailers, nationwide retail thefts have, as you can see, in 2022, they reached $112 billion. We're 3/4 of the way through 2023. You've got to figure that number is bigger, particularly after scenes like what we saw that started last night in Center City, Philly.
This is crazy.
Yeah, this from Center City to North Philadelphia.
You cover that a lot, Lawrence, right? What are you seeing?
I mean, I think this is happening all across the country. I mean, about a month ago, I was out in front of Whole Foods, and they did the same thing. We traveled to San Francisco. It's been the same thing. Seattle, as we've reported, New York City. Brian, the interesting thing is that all of these companies have these retail planners, and they've been losing money for a while. But in the age of social justice and wokeness, a lot of the activists pressured them to keep the stores open, even though they were losing all this money. So they decided, they met with the city leaders and say, look, we're going to reinvest into these communities. And now the rubber has met the road.
Right.
They're in the red so much, Brian, that they can't keep these stores open. And again, they got a new chief here in Philadelphia, but it doesn't look like it's helping the citizens there.
Well, what happened last night in Philly, there's a backstory to it. There was a demonstration yesterday for a fellow by the name of Eddie Izazzeri, who was shot and killed by Philly cops last month. Yesterday in Philly, a judge dismissed all the charges against the officer who killed him and set off a wave of outrage. Now, according to the acting commissioner down there, he says the supporters had nothing to do with the unrest. He said, quote, what we had was a bunch of criminal opportunists take advantage of a situation and try to destroy our city. It's disgusting, he says, our city can't afford this nonsense. And it happened in exactly the same retail corridors as what happened back in 2020 after George Floyd.
So it's unclear how many businesses were hit, but the looters targeted an Apple store, a Lululemon. You saw all the clothes out there littering the sidewalk. A Foot Locker, windows were smashed and merchandise was left on the floor.
There's an Apple.
They hit some liquor stores and some pharmacies, and some of these stores now have to close because of the crime. It used to be because of COVID. If you drive down 1st or 2nd Avenue here in New York, you see so many businesses that are closed. It really makes you sad. You pass by restaurants that have closed, didn't survive, and now it's the crime. Even Target's closing, what is it, 9 different stores, Brian?
Yeah.
Right. So you have Target closing 9 different stores, including one right out here in New York City.
The one in Harlem.
And, yeah, and people want to say, well, it has a lot to do with people ordering online. Yeah, not really. It is. These are smash and grabs. These are shoplifting. This is a lack of enforcement. This is the inability for your own private security that you hire out of your pocket to actually do their job, because they're going to get hit. So CVS has closed 10% of their stores, 900. Then you got these
900.
Yeah. Then you have the Target stores closed in these major cities, and they're not shy about it. You're not protecting the stores. Why am I staying open? I don't need this, and you continue to look the other way. The question is, as we saw that Dallas mayor flip parties and say, listen, I'm going to be a Republican. How much more are the retailers, the citizens that work for a living in working class communities going to take before they stand up and speak out? Here's what Target said before making this decision of closing the stores. We invested heavily in strategies to prevent and stop theft and organized retail crime in our stores. Keep in mind, people are benefiting from this. These seem so organized.
That's right.
Such as adding more security team members, using third-party guard services. This comes out of the budget, and implementing theft deterrent tools across our business despite our efforts. Unfortunately, we continue to face fundamental challenges operating these stores safely and successfully. And think about this. If you have a Target in your neighborhood and it's close and walkable, then you have everything. We kid around about it. Target has everything.
Brian, look at this. Look at that map, though. What do they all have in common?
Yeah.
They're blue cities.
And where are they mostly? On the West Coast.
Yep.
And guess who's the
Washington,
governor of the
Oregon,
biggest
California.
state? The governor of the
Newsom.
biggest state is lording over the biggest crime spree in the country, and he's sitting there with
That's
his
just
gel
Target.
on, telling everybody, follow me, I'm the future.
Look at that. What if you went in a store and it was, I mean, you go in a store here in New York and some of
They're all
it's
locked
locked
up.
up, but look at that.
Yeah.
This is the entire aisle.
You know, the interesting thing is people think this is just a bunch of kids just doing it. It's an entire criminal enterprise. They're selling
exactly
all
right.
of this stuff on the black market.
How do you shop in a store like this?
You
though?
can't.
You walk in
I was
and
just
you
at
say,
Target
"Where's an
yesterday,
employee with a key?"
and they have to open up every single display.
Right. I mean, that's why we used to have
That
only
would
that
take
with
hours.
razors. Remember? They used
Right.
to just lock up razors. Now it's everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
What about
And then diamond
Oakland?
tab.
Did you see in Oakland yesterday? You had 100 businesses just say, we're not opening up because of crime. You know what the mayor says? Oh, that's just showboating. That's not helping.
unbelievable.
Not everyone can leave like the Raiders did. Some people have to stay.
Yeah.
And they're just saying, can I have some law and order? What's it going to take to boomerang this back
Well, it's
and
not
start
even-
backing the cops?
The residents aren't the ones that are advocating for defund the police and not have the cops on it because they have to live with this. I mean, we talk about just Target just getting your home goods and all that, but what about all the elderly people that need that pharmacy right there? They can't go pick that stuff up. Do their kids have to come now
You know
and help them out with
Master
that?
P did? I was in New Orleans. One of the things he realized is the senior community did not want to have to take the bus where crime is high and go into the city. So he opened up convenience stores in the area for the elderly that were safe. And that was 5 years ago.
Yep.
Well, I will say one thing about what happened in Philly last night, and that is, for a change, the police actually got involved, and they started arresting people.
Thought that too.
At the Apple store, 16th Street and Walnut, apparently as the cops were chasing the kids, and they were predominantly teenagers involved in this smash and grab and whatnot. The kids were dropping the iPhones, and they were dropping piles of iPads. So at least in Philly, the cops are saying, hey, we got to stop this. We're going to talk to the former vice chairman of Target, a fellow by the name of Gerald Storch. He's going to be coming up with us in about 20 minutes to talk about just this. To your point, Lawrence, about how, you see the smash and grabs. You figure those people take the stuff home? No, they put it on the internet.
exactly
they sell
right.
it because it's easy.
The police chief resigned a few weeks ago, and now they got a temporary police chief. Who the heck wants that job?
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.